In this video, I'm going to show you how to change your needle and your foot in your sewing machine, because you never know if your needle breaks, you're going to have to change it, or you need to change to a different foot because you're doing a different kind of stitch, or you're putting in a zipper or a button or something like that. So it's very easy to do, and we're just going to quickly go through it so you know how to do it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and change this needle here, and the reason why you would change a needle is either because it is broken, it has become too dull from a lot of use, or because you need to change it because of your project. Needles are not all the same. Some of them are sharper than others, some of them will handle heavier fabric than others. So in order to change it, you're going to see there's a screw right on the right hand side toward the top. You can't miss it, it's right here. So I have my little flathead screwdriver. You just stick it in the screw. And you're going to turn it towards you. And once you've gotten over the initial tightness, you could pretty much do it by hand. So there you go. I'm going to turn it, and you don't even have to take the whole screw out. Once it comes loose, the needle will just fall out. So here's the needle. And I'm going to change it to this heavy-duty denim needle here. I'm just going to pull this out. And you'll notice that there is a round front, and in the back it'll be completely flat. So the flat part of the top of the needle goes towards the back of the machine. The rounded goes to the front. It won't even fit the other way, so that's the only way you can put it in. Just stick it in there. Start to tighten it with your hand. So you're going to move it back away from you, and then use the screwdriver to finish tightening it, maybe about a quarter of a turn here, and just tug on it to make sure it's secure, and there you go. Now you've changed the needle. So now that we've changed the needle, I want to talk about the different kinds of needles. Now I briefly talked about the denim. So the needle that you're going to use depends on the type of fabric. This is 116, especially made for jeans and for denim. So it's a heavier needle. It's going to be stronger for that thicker fabric. Then over here, we have ones that's used for stretchy or knitwear. And then they have woven needles. So it's going to be this one, which is kind of a universal woven needle. 9014 is for the heavier one. 8012 is for midweight. That's the one that I use most of the time. And 7010 is more for lightweight. So the woven fabrics is like cottons, polycottons, flannel, that kind of a thing. Alright, so we're going to change the foot here, and you want to make sure that the foot is raised up or you're not going to be able to get it off. So we're going to lift it. Now the reason why you would change the foot is because of your project. You're required to use a different foot, such as you're putting a zipper, which means you only have one side of the foot here, and this side there's nothing there, so you can get easier around the zipper, or you're doing a button or something like that. So in order to get this out, all you're going to do is just pull forward, and it just pops out. There's a little bar here, and it fits right on the inside of this groove right here on the end of this. So I have my other foot, and so this bar is going to fit in this groove, and I'm just going to push in. So pull it out. I'm going to get my original foot and just push it in, and it's that simple. I'm now going to show you how to change the foot in a different type of machine. So the presser foot in this machine does not just pop off. The flat part of the foot and the vertical part of the foot is one solid piece. So we have to change this whole thing. How you know that you have this kind of a foot is there usually be a screw on one side. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to unscrew it by turning the screw away from me, and I'll just be able to eventually slip this foot out. So here's the foot right here. See, it's one piece. Now in order to put the foot back in, we're going to put it onto the left side of the silver arm that comes down from the machine. I'm going to take my screw, and I'm going to push it in the hole that's in this arm right here. There's a hole. And what it does is, as you're screwing it in, it squeezes the foot between the screw and the plate, and that's what holds it in there. So now I'm just gonna tighten it up. And you just wanna make sure that when you put your pressed foot down, it rests at the bottom where the dog feet are. So I'm gonna show you again. So I'm gonna unscrew it. And once you start to unscrew it, it comes loose pretty easily. So the foot's out, and then I'm gonna put it back in there. Put the screw towards me, just turn it towards you. Okay, once that feels like it's in there pretty tight, push down the presser foot and it rests down there pretty easily. And that's it, that's how you change the foot on that type of machine.